It's raining outside, but the show must go on. Here comes another Art Unfiltered. So we got out of the rain and we found ourselves here at the JW Marriott, and better yet, we found a piano and we found a piano player. And here we are with the world-renowned Steve Talaga, our pianist. World-renowned, right? Well, at least here at the JW Marriott, you're well-known. We know you play here, but you're playing at the Graham on the 26th. Steve, what's happening?
That's right. Well, it's a concert of my music. Sunday afternoon, the 26th at 2 o'clock, a string quartet is going to play a piece I wrote back in the 1990s, in 4 movements, and then we're going to follow that up with the world premiere of a brand new piece that I wrote for string quartet and piano, so a quintet, and it's called From Darkness into Light. So the first part of it is kind of intense and dark sounding, and then my idea, hopefully, this is the way it works, it opens up into something light and airy and hopefully something that sounds beautiful, by the end of the piece.
That's part of the classical series that I know Graham presents. But we have Grand Rapids Symphony members and you. Or
yes, right. Some members of the Grand Rapids Symphony, string quartet. Chris Martin is the first violinist, and Jenna Anderson, second violinist, and Leslie Van Becker is playing viola, and Will Kreese is the cellist.
Great. Let's hear a little sample of what you're
Okay, so obviously I can't play all the string parts for you, but the piece has 2 sections that open up for improvisation. One in the kind of the darker section, and I'll give you a sample of that first, and then maybe after that we can move into the lighter part. So this is kind of the darker section.
It was a little dark.
It was a little dark,
yeah.
And of course the strings are involved in parts of that too. It kind of weaves into that and then weaves back up. And then there's a period of time where the strings kind of take over, and hopefully it morphs into something that's a little more, light and airy sounding. And so then the section opens up for improvisation there, and that's based on these chords here.
And yet we'll be hearing the strings with this.
Oh, sure. It's about a half-hour work, this new quintet, and most of it is all written out. But there's one section at the beginning that opens up for improvisation, where the cello plays a bass line into what I'm doing, and then in that later part, as the dust kind of clears and hopefully the sun comes out, it opens up again for some piano improv in that section.
So we hope the sun's out on November 26th. It's a Sunday afternoon. We'll be still full of turkey.
Yes.
But come one, come all. What makes this really special, Steve?
Well, I think for me, one of the things that makes it very special, is, anytime I get a chance to play music or write music, it's an honor and a privilege, But what makes this one special for me is the fact that typically I'm working in kind of the jazz context, And this has given me an opportunity to present something that I'm also very passionate about, which is modern classical music, you know. And the string quartet from the 90s was written back when I was in graduate school. And it's very much kind of in the style. I was at the time listening to a lot of the Bartók string quartets, that sort of thing. And this new piece, you know, written many years later, of course, just this past fall, it gives me a chance to sort of, you know, has given me a chance to kind of delve back into that world of that people think of as more like classical music, and to try to write something, you know, new. And I've wanted to add just a little bit of, since I'm playing piano on it, give me the opportunity to also improvise with the strings. So
Does it have a name to it at all?
Yes, it's called From Darkness into Light.
There we are.
Yeah.
Sunday, November 26th, 2 o'clock at our Grand Rapids Art Museum. Do I say break a leg?
Sure.
Okay, break a leg.
Break a finger.
Take us out with some music.
All right.
Steve Talaga.